who were just living, celebrating a holiday, rushing to work, or closing up shop in the case of Jessica Hone and Katie Duncan. What is the truth about the morning of May 21st?
The truth is that it was a completely normal night up until it wasn't.
Also in the parking lot that night, Russell Belden, a customer helping Katie and Jessica close, speaking on television for the first time. Belden says there was a confrontation between the women and Ramirez. Belden told police Ramirez. Belden says there was a confrontation between the women and Ramirez. Belden told police Ramirez. Belden said
He shot Katie point blank in the head, and then Jessica tried to run and he shot her in the back, and then he turned his pistol towards me and started shooting at me while I was running away.
How many times were you shot?
I was only shot once through my arm, but he shot at me at least 9 or 10 times. Within 90 seconds, it went from just an argument to a fight to attempted triple murder, but a double homicide.
There are scars on Belden's elbow where the bullet hit him, and on the shoulder he broke running away and falling. Police and paramedics rushed to the scene, but they could not save Katie or Jessica. Imagining Jessica's last moments haunts Stanny. Jessica was terrified. It breaks my heart to just even try to imagine the fear that she was going through. She probably did think of her child in why I would. Sam, what struck me in telling this and the other two stories that you'll see in the show is how much people want to solve the problem of gun violence. They're not willing to throw up their hands and walk away. They believe you can solve this problem not by banning guns, but by ensuring that responsible people own guns and use guns, and making sure that unresponsible people do not. And we also tell a story of hope in the pursuit of solving this problem, led by a woman who was a victim of a mass shooting, miraculously survived to lead this effort. There is hope out there. There are solutions. We just have to talk to each other to get it started.
It's so important that we do, because this is clearly an issue and it's haunting communities all over the country. Thank you so much for that. You can watch the fully depressed report, which premieres tonight at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, streaming on NBC News Now. It will also be available on demand on Peacock and also on YouTube. Well, tomorrow, America will mark Veterans Day, a time to honor the service and sacrifice of so many. Many veterans struggle wondering with the consequences of their time in uniform. Now, a new nationwide program for veterans by veterans is helping to protect lives. Lucy Bustamante from our NBC station in Philadelphia reports.
Fallujah, May of 2007. Marine veteran Matthew Godonsky barely survives a roadside bomb.
I was thinking of kind of brain injury that we didn't know for years.
He needed his family, but connecting with them felt impossible.
They don't get what you just went through. Some of the questions are always on, how many people you killed. That's not really what we want to talk about. It's who didn't come home.
Matt's family watched his depression spiral.
Every one of my brothers was just waiting for a phone call saying I was dead.
In 2016, during a drinking binge, his mom reached out for help, and to his surprise, a fellow Marine from his own unit answered the call. Newcastle County, Delaware officer Nick Hurst.
He recognized that, and that's when the interaction really started.
You thought that your wife was coaching the responding officer.
I really thought my wife guided Nick. Say that he was a Marine, that he was from T6, that he was a machine gunner, and I'm like, I don't know this guy.
Nick kept answering his questions, and when he named the friend they both had lost,
It was almost like a light bulb clicked on, that I wasn't just some random cop showing up in his front yard.
Matt let Officer Hurst secure a nearby gun.
I was sitting on that workbench would have probably been grabbed.
That was the moment that Officer Hurst knew he had to propose a veterans response team, a unit where officers who also served would respond to veterans in crisis. He brought the idea to the Wilmington VA police chief, who set up the training with the Crisis Intervention Unit and the Homeless and Justice Outreach Center.
Bringing a military veteran who's a law enforcement officer so that they can connect on the same level as a veteran in crisis.
Cecilia Gonzalez runs it. She says addressing their smaller issues often prevents the major crises.
The ERC officers came and millions long.
I mean, you know, things like that. Little things show we see you, right? We see that you're struggling a little bit, and it may not be a crisis, so to speak, but it's a crisis to you.
Since 2017, officers from 41 different departments have attended this training, and this month it expands to every VA regional office in the country. Atlantic County, New Jersey just started their VRT training. Marine veteran Detective Chris Southard heard of the program.
We work very close with the local counselors, so if we encounter a vet who's in need of some sort of resource, we can contact a counselor directly and they will help solve the problem.
The following video is how they say it should be. This is back in 2018 when a Colorado police officer responds to the call of a suicidal man. The officer realizes that he has served. Listen to the language he uses.
Dude, don't do it to another man! Don't do it to me! Drop the weapon!
After 11 long minutes,
But I want to help you, man, because I'm tired of losing brothers and sisters.
the psychology of shared veteran trauma kicks in.